Hello everyone, I am Ricardo Cárdenas, a lawyer, expert in immigration law and Spanish nationality. In this video that we are publishing today on our video blog at our website Experto Extranjería.es, we are going to talk about what the adoption of an adult consists of and how it is done. Okay, as you will read in our post, the first thing we discuss is what the adoption of an adult consists of. When we think of adoption, we always tend to think that we are going to adopt a minor, that we are going to adopt a small child, a minor, and we also always think that it is an international adoption, that this minor is abroad. But no, it is not. Our law, our Spanish law, also allows for the adoption of adults who are in Spain. Is that clear? For example, this is a very common case among Spaniards. Either Spaniards married to foreigners or Spaniards marrying each other, where one of the parents, one of the spouses, has children. And then the other parent, who does not have children, tends to adopt the children of the other person. For example, a man who has no children marries a woman who has a child from a previous marriage. Is that clear? Well, that's very normal. That this man adopts his wife's child as if he were his own son. This has purposes for inheritance and succession. In the end, when you are going to make your will, if you do not have any descendants, this is something very common that is usually done, which is the adoption of an adult child. Another very common case, for example, is between a Spaniard and a foreigner, such as a Spaniard who marries a Moroccan woman and that Moroccan woman has a son or a daughter. It is also very common for this Spaniard, when marrying this foreign woman, to adopt her children with legal effects, always considering the issue of inheritance, because these children usually live at home with these individuals. So, in the end, the relationship is like that of a father with a child. Therefore, this adoption file for an adult is prepared. We continue in the post discussing the procedure for this adoption of adults. Well, the procedure is a judicial process that is initiated at the request of the parties involved, which must include both the adopter and the adoptee. They must agree, they must give their consent. It is a judicial procedure that begins in the court of first instance in our place of residence. For example, if you live in Madrid, it will be at the court of first instance that corresponds to your residence. In the court of first instance, through a procedure of a law called the Law of Voluntary Jurisdiction from the year 2015. And this is where it is regulated in this law. And together with the Civil Code is where the adoption of an adult and the requirements that must be met are regulated. These requirements will fundamentally include at least 1 year of cohabitation between the adopter and the adoptee. It must be approximately, at a minimum, 1 year of cohabitation. It is very important that both individuals, when they go to ratify their adoption application in the courts, must give their consent. Both parties must agree, okay? Then, we continue in the post discussing the documentation that must be provided for the adoption of an adult. Well, what we need to provide are proofs, different proofs that we find plausible, so that next year, the case we are presenting in the courts has form and weight. This means, for example, a collective registration certificate. We can also create a photo report showing the adopter and the adoptee with family and friends at birthdays, new years and activities, in short, to demonstrate that there is a relationship similar to that of a parent with their child, whether it be a father with his son or a mother with her son or daughter, that the relationship is similar to that of a parent with their child in any case. Agreed. And in any case, the parent or the Spanish person is responsible for the expenses of that person. It could be that this person is studying and that the Spanish person is taking care of it. Okay? So it may be that they are not living together in the same household, but even if they are not living together in the same household, the Spanish person is taking care of the expenses of that adult child. Therefore, that would be more than enough of a problem to also give shape and substance to this adoption file for an adult. And finally, I will talk to you about the legal consequences to consider for the adoption of an adult, which I basically see as two fundamental ones, one of which is related to inheritance. If there are other children, this adopted child is considered a child in every respect. Therefore, they have the same rights and duties as the other children and will inherit exactly the same as the others. And then, in the case that the adoptee is foreign, they will be able to apply for Spanish nationality, okay? They will be able to apply for Spanish nationality immediately through a nationality by option procedure. Therefore, if a Spanish person adopts a foreign adult who does not have Spanish nationality, they will be able to apply for Spanish nationality directly through the nationality by option procedure that will be carried out at the civil registry of the corresponding province. This nationality by option is very important and must be requested within a maximum period of 2 years from the date the nationality has been registered or from the date the birth has been registered. Okay. Once the adoption has been registered on the birth certificate of the Spanish individual, is that clear? Well, if you have any questions or would like us to accompany you in this adult adoption procedure, count on us because we are sure we can help you. Count on us. Count on transgenic experts.